Today I'm going to talk about syringe and med prep. Again, I'm not a medical professional, so this is not medical advice. I'm just telling you what we do. Please talk to your doctor about best practices. So first thing I do after the syringes are washed and dried is I put them away. Each size gets its own compartment. I find it easiest to organize the syringes by size, starting from the smallest, moving my way up. Depending on how many medications your family uses, you could have a multitude of different sizes. I believe we have 4 different sizes that we use. Part of the process is I check to make sure the markings are still readable. If it's not readable, then you can't draw a liquid medication with it. There are some of the larger syringes that we'll use either for water flushes or for tablets. Markings are not required for tablet medication since you're not drawing it like you would a liquid medication. I will also put the plungers back into the barrels for the medications that I draw by liquid form. For medications that I prep using pills, there's no point putting the plunger back. That's just an extra step because I'll have to pull the plunger out in order to draw the pills. And for Hezi, everything goes through his G-tube, so pills have to be dissolved in water. So we'll put the pills into the syringe and then we'll pull some water and shake it and wait for the pills to dissolve. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just putting the syringes into their each corresponding size bin. Takes a bit of work. You can see I have quite a lot of syringes in that drawer. And yeah, the larger syringes don't have markings because those are just for pills. I created this little green chart for 7 days. I try to prep meds once a week if I have time. The med that I'm drawing now uses 3 syringes a day, so it's just an easy way to draw meds without counting 7 days worth of syringes. So when I do medications, I do 1 medication at a time only. I only have 1 med out. I'm double checking to make sure I'm drawing the correct amount. I also double check to make sure that the bottle hasn't expired. And so it takes a bit of work, pulling all those syringes and putting caps on them and putting them into the appropriate bin. You want to be very meticulous and cautious about this. Don't do this when you're tired or can't think straight. The other thing I will do while prepping meds is I will check to see how much is left in the bottle. The pharmacy asks us to order things 10 days in advance. So I've marked what 10 days left of any medication is, so I know when it's past a certain line, I know when to order another bottle. It's very handy. The bottles you get from the pharmacy should indicate those numberings. It's a little hard to see, but it'll show you the milliliters on the side. So next I'll talk about prepping pill medications. I created this little syringe holder and I just drop the pills into the syringes, and I'm very cautious. I count the pills as I'm dropping them, and I also count the pills again when I put the plunger in. I'm visually checking every single barrel to make sure it has the correct number of pills. I will also double check the dose when I pull the medication from the storage bin before I give it to our son. So all medication gets checked 3 times. And this is what one of the medication bins looks like. This particular one has a different dose for the morning and the night, so I have it compartmentalized. I also have an example of the bottle. So again, 10 days is when the pharmacy wants us to order them. So I pull out 10-day backup supply whenever I get a new order. And when I run out of the first bottle and I get to that 10-day supply, I know, I need to order more today. So I'm just continuing to prep. When I do the pills, I draw out 7 pills or however many I need for each day. For this particular medication, they have to get cut in half, and Hezi gets half in the morning and half at night. We haven't been very successful at getting a pill cutter that cuts perfectly, but as long as they look really close to half, I'll use them. Sometimes they break into small pieces. If there's too many small pieces, I'll just redo a cut. So there's a little snippet into our lives and what I find helpful in terms of pre-prepping certain medications for the week. Again, this is what works for our family. It may not work for yours. Talk to your healthcare provider about best practices. So I hope this video has been helpful to you all. Thanks. Bye.